Hello everyone, welcome to this lecture. In this video, we're going to talk about Boolean expressions. So Boolean expressions evaluate to true or false. So these expressions include equal sign, not equal sign, lower than, larger than, lower than or equal to, and larger than or equal to. Using these logical operators, we can have some output when comparing, for example, two numbers. For example, here I'm having a print keyword in Python, and in the parentheses, I'm checking if 5 is larger than 3. So if this equation is correct, it is going to print out true for us. And in this case, it is correct. So we expect to see a true in the output. And we are printing out 10 equals 20. This is not correct. Mathematically speaking, this is not correct. So we expect to see false in the output. And 7 is lower than or equal to 7. And this is also true mathematically speaking. Therefore, we expect to see true in the output. So let me first run this code by commenting these lines. So we are going to talk about these three first. So here I see true, false, and true. The first one, 5 is larger than 3. This is true. So we're having the true in the output. 10 equals 20. It is false because it doesn't make sense. And 7 is lower than or equal to 7. And it is true as well. So we're having the true being printed out in the output. So this is how comparison works in using Boolean expressions. And these are the signs. I'm going to repeat them one more time. So this is the sign for equal. So we are checking to see 10 equals 20 or not equal, lower than, larger than, lower than or equal to, larger than or equal to. Moreover, we are going to discuss logical operators. So we are having and, or, and not. So let me comment these three lines and uncomment these three lines. So I am having the logical operators true and false. So if true and false are together and we are using and logical operator, the output should be and must be false, let's say. If there is an or, the output is true, and when we are saying not true, the output is the opposite, so it is false. So when we are having one true and one false, and we are using the and logical operator here, the answer is always false if we are having one false in the output. Let me illustrate it with another example. So here, if I have true and true, the output is true. If I have false and false, the output is false. So let me comment these two lines so we can compare these three first. So when we are having at least one false when using AND logical operator, the output is false. When both of them are true, the output is true. And when both of them are false, the output is obviously false. Okay? So, sorry, false. Okay? So this is how the AND logical operator is going to work. And even if the false is first and then we are having the true, here the output is again false because we are still having one false here. Okay, so let me run. Okay, so when we are using AND logical operator, if we at least have one false, the output is for sure false. If both of them are false, like this case, the output is false. And if both of them are true, the output is true. So the only possible option that the output is true is when we are having two truths using AND operator and logical operators. Okay, this is how logical operator is going to work using AND. Okay, so let me now comment these lines and talk about this line. So using OR operator, we are saying that if this one is true or the other one. Okay, in this case, when at least one of them is true, the output is true. So if I run, you see true in the output. So for other cases, if I have true or true, print false or false. So let me run this code. So here I'm saying true or false, the output is true. True or true, the output is true. False or true, the output is true. And false or false, the output is false. So using OR operator, logical operator, if we have at least one true, the output is true. And if both of them are false, the output is false. Because we are checking to see if we are having at least one true when using OR operator. So either this or that must be true. If either of them is true, the output is true. But if both of them are false, the output is false. Okay. And finally, we are having the not logical operator. When I'm having true and before true I'm having not, it is going to return the opposite output for me. So the opposite of true is false. So when I run the code, we see false in the output. So this is a bit abstract for now, the logical operators. You may understand the context, but you may not see how it may be useful for the moment if you have no background in programming. But later on in the very same course, in the section where we are going to talk about if conditions, if and else and elif conditions, we are going to use these logical operators practically. And in practice and examples, coding exercises, you will see how practical they are. And you will understand their usage better, much better in that section. But this is just an introduction for you to understand what logical operators are. So we learned that there is AND, there is OR, and there is NOT. These are three logical operators that we are going to use. This is just an introduction, and in the section that we are going to talk about if conditions, we're going to use them practically in coding exercises. So I expect that there you will understand everything about logical operators. If you're not sure yet about the things that I told you about logical operators, don't worry. This is just an example here, just to give you a little bit of thoughts about these logical operators, and we're going to see them in practice later on this course. Thank you for watching.